now.
Okay.
Waiting for the DM.
Un momento, por favor.
So, Chris, Dakota, how y'all been?
Busy.
Yeah.
How was your trip yesterday, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, I got a bunch of picks. Hold up.
Okay.
Went pretty well.
Good. Well, I mean, do you mind if I ask where you two were? Curious.
Chinatown and DC. And we went to, National Mall.
Okay.
You gonna try and posting those pics, or are you just gonna keep them to yourself?
Oh, I'm rolling through them right now.
It's a tough
All right. That did not take long for my answer to be answered.
Is that...
Ducks.
So, the one that looks kind of like a beach, that is the walkway or the little walking path that was underwater.
Yeah.
Was it because of high tide or something?
I think they just have, a high water level in the river right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in the river. It wasn't the tidal pool.
Okay.
But it was, just above it, so there were certain parts you could walk out on.
Yeah. You could actually walk out to most of it if you had waterproof shoes.
Yeah, but that always sucks.
All I'm saying is it wasn't
Now,
maybe 6 inches deep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, did you guys drive out there, or did you,
Oh, we
take
drove.
Okay.
Yes. And they decided that we weren't doing tolls.
Oh. Maybe?
I succeeded.
It adds a lot of time. But it absolutely gives credence to the fuck you, Baltimore, because you just take the ring road around it.
What, the Beltway? Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of just going past on 95, take the Beltway and go back to 95.
Okay.
Where in the world am? Where is my character?
I do need to pull that up.
Ah. There he is. Cutaway certainly reveals what's going to be on the other side of this door. I guess no reply from Gary.
Nope. So, did you,
Oh my
everybody here
God.
want to get going?
I'm still trying to pull my D&D Beyond up because my computer's being a little bitch.
Fine.
Alright, I better pull up that.
That would probably be helpful.
So I guess there wasn't any other interesting things that happened on your adventure to DC then?
Not really, just did the little tourist bit.
Yeah? Checked out any museums or anything?
Nah, we didn't really have time. It was like killing 2-3 hours.
Okay.
So we just did the little circle, basically. Lincoln Memorial, Vietnam, like a bunch of those around that area.
I mean, that's cool.
Alright, so at least for right now, from what you guys can see, is it bright enough? Is it too bad crazy? Like, I just want to make sure everybody can see everything.
It's certainly bright. I was more of kind of thinking of like, well now, is it hot in here or is it just you? Because I can't actually feel anything. Because I remembered I can't feel anything when it comes to heat.
Well, at least nothing overt.
At least on my end, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Alright. Well, is everybody good? Should we just press ahead?
I suppose.
Okay, so does anybody want to do kind of a recap of last time, or should we just kind of skip the formality?
I mean, our angel Lilith almost got one of our guys killed. The guy that almost got killed basically got distracted by crystals.
Okay.
Just unassuming blue and green crystals. The rest of us. And well, basically I had to actually save him with my amazing skills of taming animals and basically bust the door down for him. Getting us away.
Amazing skills, and it's just like the animals are sitting there looking like, yeah, your skills. Uh-huh.
Go through my diligent training.
Uh-huh.
That we avoided the fire elementals and were able to press on and continue on. And now we have a door in front of us.
Okay. Well, I mean, a hidden passage, so for those who can actually still feel the heat, from here, it feels almost like a blast furnace. It is hot as hell, as they would say. Now, up ahead, you can hear the sound of boiling molten rock. Just, just the sound of molten rock just kind of flowing around. Does anybody want to, I don't know, roll stealth, move up, sort of a thing? From your limited perspective, you can just see a passageway guided amongst some rocks.
I am going to move up stealthfully through the door.
Okay, so stealth check, please.
with a +8 to the stealth. 14.
All right. Let's see. Uh-oh. Well, for the sake of the narrative, I won't have to worry about that. Just ignore that roll. All right, so let's just say with that particular roll, you're being sneaky. Now, you forge ahead, and you can see as you go along. Now, let's, do you want to do some perceptions, or?
I'm gonna do a perception. I'm gonna be so ready with all I see is rock, as I'm staring at a rock. 17.
Okay, so you move ahead cautiously. Now you see a break in the rocks, and to your right, your attention's drawn to a flowing river of magma. It's just a river, you know, at the far end of the cavern. You just see a fall, and it's just flowing across. Now, you see a couple of bridges as well, but also you see a couple of people. Now, with that particular roll, you can see that they look almost like you. They share very similar features. However, their skin is a dark, almost charcoal color, and their hair is a shock of white.
Another elf. I don't think I've ever seen another elf before. Wait.
Yes.
No, I have. I've just never seen a dark elf.
Right. Now, beyond that, you can see illuminating the far walls that just a stark coloration change. You can see just large clusters of crystal, and in and amongst them, you can see other of these Fey folk standing and just sneering down, and you can hear the sound of whips and people moaning. Now, off to your northeast, over, you can see small diminutive forms, winged little things, and you can see them milling around, but also you can see what looks like the disheveled, beaten forms of dwarves. Now, unfortunately, this is me speaking as the GM, or as Russ, since they literally only have one Grey Dwarf model, just imagine all of these, anything that looks like a dwarf, imagine it's a Grey Dwarf, please.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, because again, it's just Tailspire only has one.
You know, we could always.
If I intend to use some of the stuff I want to use, I'm going to need to make a lot of different dwarf models.
Shell out or get shelled on.
Yeah. Alright, so from this, you can just see the whipping sounds that you can hear are these diminutive little things just beating and whipping and kicking these poor, disheveled people.
Well, that doesn't sound right.
While you can see some of the Fey ones just standing there, just watching and sneering.
So, I basically walk back. I basically turn around and walk back to the group and tell them what I saw. I'm just like, guys, we got elves back there, but not the elves like me, the darker skinned elves.
Since Gary's not here for this, I'm just gonna fill in for him just so he can give you this information.
Okay.
Those aren't dark elves; those are owl.
A what?
Yeah, that's not good.
They are fallen fell elves. Oh, there we go. They come from the Underdark, same area that the Grey Dwarves come from, if I remember correctly. That the Drow have actually used their powerful magics to enslave the lesser races.
Yeah, well, it looks like that's what they're doing right now to the Grey Dwarves I saw. They got a bunch of demon-looking guys whipping them. It doesn't look like fun whipping, though.
Alright.
I basically look at Murden to see if there's any kind of expression from him.
Oh, I already knew it was gonna be a shit show. I was prepared for these fucks. We were told.
What is your prepared face? Are you just like prepared?
Anger, disappointment.
Today
God
many
sent me
grudges-
here to make shit worse. Face.
Yep. Today, many grudges will be struck from the Book of Grudges.
I mean,
If we can handle this.
I'm just more of just thinking, so what should we do?
Well, no sense in rushing in. It would be smart to try and see what we can. But, oh lord, I'm not real good at the sneaking.
No, you're not. You're not. Do you think
But
I can...
wouldn't.
Do you think... Hang on. Do you think I can convince them?
Alright, I guess I'll do the talking.
Are you sure? They may not like you. They're already actually attacking you. Already, like, enslaving your own kin.
I've seen what happens when you talk to people. I feel like the slave alike probably still has a better chance.
Oh. I basically look sad from hearing that coming from him. Oh.
It's okay. You're good
Okay.
at other things. Talking to people and making things better is not one of them.
Okay.
So, what you are good at is sneaking.
I perk up.
Do you-
Yes.
Do you
Sneaky.
want to sneak and see what we can find out about all of this setup?
Yes. What do you want me to sneak? I mean, what do you want me to do to sneak? I mean, where do you need me to go sneaking around? We got it. We got one area that basically has a bridge one way across a bridge of lava, and another way that basically has a bunch of barracks, or shelter.
Probably the Bridge of Lava, see what's up with it. And you might be able to talk your way out of something, but I don't know how well. If seen. Honestly, just kind of find out what we're up against and if there's any way we can exploit something.
I mean, that might be one way. I mean, there's only one way to get across me if they spot me. But what about the barracks? Maybe if there's actually people inside. Maybe more dwarves we could actually save in there.
Yeah. I'm also assuming they're going to have eyes all over that. Nah. Whichever.
How about-
Whatever you think.
I'll actually go back and have another look. All right, so I go back out, and I'm going to go into the direction of the barracks, sneak
Okay.
stealthily.
All right. So, let's see here. Right now, they're not really aware of you, and you're hidden amongst the rocks. So, where are you gonna go?
I'm going to start to the northeast. That I'm going to call, I don't know, the barracks or buildings.
Okay.
See if I could actually recognize if there's any more than just if it's actually much more bigger than just like are there more elves and slaves over there? Could we start a riot?
Got it.
So how far can I go? How far would you let me actually walk? Let's say stealthily.
Let's see. If you're gonna do it sneaky like, let's say no more than 20 feet because you're trying to move as quietly as you can. Unless you want to do a stealth check and see how that plays out.
All right.
If you do a successful enough stealth check, I think I'll allow you to move your full movement.
And stealth
within
check.
reason.
Wow.
How close is that to full movement?
Every freaking game.
Oh my god. What's
Wait,
even
no,
worse,
first,
that
like,
thing hit.
four rolls.
That thing hit. That thing did not roll. It didn't roll. It just hit the core. It hit the perfect corner of all three of these squares and landed on the one.
Okay.
It was dedicated to screwing you.
Something's gonna happen. So, you see across, you hear on one of the bridges, you see a couple of the drow, like, "Hey, we've got an escaped slave. You over there!" And you hear voices coming towards you. You might want to hide.
I'm kind of I'm
I
I'm
vote we let
basically
them have it.
worried. Pass without a trace. Boom.
What's that
I-
do?
Makes me invisible.
Okay.
Oh no, it basically Veil of Shadows and Silence, and it for the duration the creature you choose. Each creature you choose within 30 feet, including myself, has a +10 to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked.
Well, I mean, did you move? Because again, if you're just gonna stand there and you cast it, they can see you.
I basically cast it and then I move north to get around the rock.
Right? Hey, get back here! And you just hear the sounds of boots shuffling your way. Now, as they get to about here, did anybody want to say, I don't know, draw them in, call out, draw them, just, or jump them?
I mean, hopefully, yeah, fuck it. Yell at them, hey, over here, fuck you. And, where is Chris?
He's
His models is the very
right
front.
there.
Okay, perfect. So, oh, there we go, that works. Something like head over here, listening to all of that happen, and get ready for a fight.
Alright, so as they're coming over, we'll just kind of move you guys up against the walls. Just like this. And you hear the voice say, "Hey, we got another one!" And you see one of the characters go off this way, and the other one's still standing like, "Hey, where'd the first one go? Hey, you over there!" Walk up. Now, what do you want to do? Because you've got an ambush.
We do.
Thoughts? Comments? Concerns?
Hold. Discussing.
Fair enough.
Whoop, shoot. 26 right there. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're within 35.
I'm just also
I'm counting by squares.
okay. It's just they also have this where you can actually. Oh.
I know it shows distance. You probably should have it, if you can, have it to squares, because again, each square is a 5-foot bubble.
It basically is a new one that specifically just shows the distance between from where your character is standing and where they're moving next is what it gauges as a distance. It probably
Are you broadcasting this?
Can you not see what I'm doing? Like if me moving the
I'm not watching
character?
No, I'm just. Are you broadcasting this on Twitch?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Do we have an audience?
No, not right now.
Fair enough.
You don't have to be theatrical just yet, but don't worry, you can always try. I'm guessing Chris and Dakota are discussing.
Are we just going to go for the fight?
I'm going to do that because
Okay.
it's going to be funny.
All right, cool. What are you going to do?
Well, I mean, we'd have to roll initiative and do all of that shit, wouldn't we?
I mean, you have advantage right now. They basically they're both walking right by you. I bet you could just do a free attack
And I
on them
cast
now.
banishment on the one that's closest to me.
banishment?
Yes.
What does that
Hi,
do?
Chris.
Basically, he pops out of existence for the next minute.
Are we in combat?
It's an ambush.
About 1
so-
second from it, yes.
Okay, cool.
You're one of the people that I need to punch with the hard.
You basically are right. You're basically on the opposite side of the door, and two dark elves are passing through the door. So you're basically the guy on the other side with a club, ready to beat them to death.
In other words, we have contact. If you can take care of that one, I can take care of this one, at least for a solid minute.
I don't even need take care of. I'm here to also.
Where I am, I'm gonna wiggle my character to find wherever the fuck we are.
You're right here.
No, I can't see you.
He
I
can't
don't have
see.
control of my character.
Oh,
Okay, hold on.
yeah. There's a wall here. Let me.
Okay,
Can
yep,
you see
there we
that?
go. Got it.
Yeah, because your character was right here.
Okay, cool. Yep, I see it now.
So basically, I just yelled at them, "Hey, fuck you over here," because we had Josh trying to run some recon, and that went swimmingly.
Wonderfully, as usual.
Yeah.
I wish you would have just witnessed it. It was an
Okay.
amazing nat one.
And roll
Yeah,
stealth check.
Sounds about right.
One,
Sounds like I showed up just in time then.
basically. So now we're going to try and delete these people, and be wary of anyone else.
You said delete these people? Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If you can take care of the one closest to you, I can disable the one nearest me for a full minute, and he's going to be disoriented when he comes out of it.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay.
Anyone have any bear traps?
I mean, what are
How
you
does
trying
that
to do?
work?
Oh, that would be dirty.
How does that work? Does he
Banishment, he pops out of existence, goes to an alternate plane,
and then
for
just
a full minute, and then pops back
where he was,
where he
right?
was.
Cool. I mean,
If they weren't originally from this plane, it sends them somewhere else, and unless my concentration is broken within that minute, they stay home.
Underdark isn't a different plane, right?
No,
Okay,
it's not.
damn
They're
it.
still
I
on.
mean,
There are multiple planes in Dungeons and Dragons. It's not just reality and then the Underdark. It's like reality and there's a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Underdark is still part of the same plane.
Unfortunate. I want that. Nope, you're getting deported, bitch.
We might have a chance to do it on something else. It's one of those spells that's really nice to have.
So, what is Kalrush doing? Because one of us is banishing one. What is the other one doing?
I'm smashing him in the fucking face. That's what I'm doing.
Well, you get a free round of this is an ambush. So before we take care of initiative, you guys get your free thing.
Cool.
Okay,
Free
I'm just
action.
casting Banishment on the closest one.
Okay,
So
cool.
That doesn't require any sort of like. hit.
That is a Charisma saving throw of 15.
Okay,
How much
so-
time has
Oh my
passed for me to
God.
go ahead and prep for this?
Since everything's kicked off, a couple of minutes, but like this
Okay,
is
so-
an impromptu ambush. So
This particularly, how long has it been? Ish.
these two just walked
15
in.
seconds?
Sure.
I'm throwing a number out there and guesstimating.
Yeah. No. You heard the voices. Josh runs off. These two walk up. They see the dwarf, and then they walk through the doorway.
The dwarf told him, "Fuck you."
Alright, cool. So, I need to hit things.
So let's see if this guy passes. It was what, a 15? Oh boy. So he passed his charisma.
The fuck?
God damn it. Ah. Can I get... Is there anything I can do?
They don't get any fun attacks because they're already
Hold
staring
on,
at
because
me, right?
because this is an ambush. Let's just say this is at a disadvantage.
I would say a disadvantage would make sense.
Okay, so
It's
dude walks
on
through the door and he gets voiped. Just boop. Taken aback by a second, so this, Chris, because this is an ambush, you would get an advantage on what you're doing, because, again, his partner just boops out of existence, and you're there with a big rock. Just, yeah!
Okay, so I'm there with a big rock, so I guess I'm hitting him with said big rock. So,
Well, I mean, you're
throwing it
equipped,
unarmed,
so-
that's still a +6.
Yeah, no, you club him over the head.
Yeah, just donk.
Yep, so, boop! He is very much knocked out.
Cool. I take him and I
Okay.
start tying him up. Actually, no, he's
I need-
unconscious. I tie him up.
I need to warn everybody,
Drag him in the corner.
at the end of a minute, his buddy is going to pop back into existence.
Why do you think I'm trying to do a thing now? I'm going to deal with this dude, tie him into the corner, and then search him for valuables.
So while you're doing
I have a
that,
different idea, though.
so while you're doing that,
But we could put the body where his buddy is going to show back up, and boom, the Philadelphia Project.
That's dirty.
No, I think he was
Also,
just
I don't think
back
that's how
there.
that works.
That's
Yeah.
not how that works, but okay.
I think they actually,
Oh,
yeah, the nearest unoccupied space, if that space
Damn
is
it.
occupied.
Yep.
So
It doesn't work that way. It has
he's going to be
safety.
popping back in 5, 4, 3,
I basically
Two,
get in position.
1. Boop! Idiot's back, and he's really, really
him.
dizzy.
I basically have my swords behind him and just say, "Drop your weapons."
Give me an intimidation with a bonus.
Oh, can I? I have the intimidation for that.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, he doesn't know where the blades are, so go for it.
I am
If
made
that's
for
what-
this.
So you get an advantage, because again, he is really not feeling good.
That's a 17 from me.
That's
roll 2.
Now roll one more, Dakota,
Okay.
because advantage means you roll 2, pick the highest. There it is.
that's
Yeah,
a
17.
24.
Yep.
17
so,
and 17. Okay.
the drowse. He's dizzy. He drops his weapons and he has his hands up.
I immediately grab rope and start tying him up.
Kick him in the balls.
I'm
Yeah.
Murden,
you
I'm
walk-
not doing.
Establish
I'm not
dominance.
doing that.
You walk
I
forward.
didn't say you get to.
After Josh is done tying him up, he's sitting there with his hands bound, his feet bound, he's on his knees. You walk up and you bash him in the face with your shield, he's out.
Sweet.
So, now you have 2 unconscious humanoids with uniforms that you could possibly use.
I loot the body. I'm learning from Kalresh. When you get the
Oh.
body, you immediately loot. Apparently, that's the
Well,
rules.
Right. The only thing that you find on them is, besides their clothing, they're both holding a pair of fairly uninteresting short swords. One of them has got a whip.
Cool.
Okay. I pocket the whip and
Which one has the whip?
throw the swords away.
The one that got voiped.
Okay.
I picked up the whip.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the swords I just basically threw away, so he's unarmed.
So the swords. How heavy are they? What swords are they?
The short
just a-
swords.
It's just a couple of cheap short swords. Nothing really fancy about them.
How many each?
Just they're each holding. They each have 2.
Cool. I take all of them.
Okay. Add the weight to your inventory.
Yeah, obviously.
All right.
Okay.
So now, what do you want to do? You've got yourselves a couple of prisoners. You also have a couple of uniforms you can use.
Are they smelly?
Okay, I'm not gonna try.
I don't think I actually pass. I don't know if I would pass as a dark elf.
You are
You're
the
in
close,
uniform.
and you are the closest here to
I most
being
definitely
able
will
to.
not.
Do you think that they
We
would
definitely
see? Do you
can't
think
use
they
the
might
door.
see through that? Me dressing as one.
I
Might-
mean,
But do you think they? But you
might notice.
do
a
you
little height
think I could
difference or
actually
something.
convince them that I'm a dark elf? Look at me. Do you honestly think I can do it?
Just
I believe in you.
Just
Well,
look pissed off and treat everyone around you like they're garbage.
I look
You'll be
at
fine.
Cards.
I look at Moden and it's like, you really think so?
I believe in you.
Okay, since you believe in
Don't
me.
fuck this up.
Okay. So I basically put on.
We'll cover you when you fuck it up.
No, it's fine. You got this.
I basically stop and I'm like, wait a minute. Do you actually believe in me?
I
Now
am
he's having a
legally
crisis of
required to believe in you,
Eh,
but I think with the fumble out of the way, I think you got this.
Okay. I guess that's what I have to do. So I basically pick up the guy's armor and wear it.
Alright, so what we'll do, just drop this down. We'll give you.
Change the color of the base or something, so it's a little more obvious.
Yeah, no, I'm going to take care of that. I want to give him
Okay.
permissions first, and then we'll
Okay.
give him color. Boop. No, I don't want. There. Now, fucking hang on. Because the way I positioned the base, when I would try to add base color, it would pull up a dice. There it is. Alright, so we'll just say boop.
Listen, Velmar, believe in the me that believes in the you, that believes in me, that believes in you.
Now,
I think that makes sense.
in
As
one of the pockets to kind of help you out, one of them has a bit of tattered cloth that you can use to cover your face. It's like a mask.
Okay, just fit in that and and I basically just give him a thumbs up. It's like, all right,
We could always make a mask really quick.
I don't know if you want to go Silence of the Lambs on this.
I'm just saying.
I mean, you could look for some ash or.
The fact that I'm the one who said it first, though, is probably more concerning.
I look at Kalresh and basically he cannot see under the mask, but I'm basically have that shocked face of disgust, and then I just turn around and walk away. Just turn around and just walk away and just believe in myself at this
All right.
point.
Now,
Yeah.
So
just to make things interesting, because you're wearing their uniform, as long as you don't get too close to anything that's smart, you'll be okay. Just be careful of your responses.
what does that
saying.
mean by smart?
You'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Okay,
You're a
I am
smart boy.
I am heading to the buildings that are over
Okay.
to the northeast.
So, you're gonna move your normal speed, and we'll just do a double move. So you're just casually walking. When you get to this point, let me see here. So, as you come now, do you want to do perception or anything like that?
Yeah, we'll do a perception, just a lay of the land. Why not?
Okay.
23.
Now that you're much closer, you can see that these little beasties are just tiny little winged imps. They're just they've got short little whips and they've got little daggers on them, and they're brutalizing the slaves. Just coming up, whipping them, laughing. And you can see past them that there's a drow that is holding a staff, just kind of watching and observing everything.
Okay.
Now,
Does anyone notice me or just anyone recognize me?
right now, the imps are too busy having fun brutalizing the slaves. However, one of them looks over at you. Let's see what happens. It turns around, it sees you, you look at it, it shudders, and it goes back to whipping the dwarf that's lying prone on the ground.
I guess the disguise works. Huh.
Well, for now. So, what are you gonna do?
I want to scout out what's inside the. Can I tell what's inside the buildings, or I need to get close there?
You need to get closer. I mean, from here you can see inside if the room is lit, and you can just see, well, what looks like impromptu sleeping places. Now you can't see from this perspective if anyone's inside. You'll need to get closer.
Okay, so I guess those are barracks. What about the other building?
From this perspective, you can just see another drow standing there, and another one of these imps just kind of twitching, like it's kind of sitting there, like looking around nervously.
I would like to move to get a perspective of the second building along the wall.
Well, then pick a path, because you're in control now. Hold
I
on
would
a second. Hold right there. Stop. If you're gonna go that path, you're stopping right here. Now.
Okay.
One. Got this. The drow, as you walk past.
Act like you belong. Act like you belong. Just act like you belong.
It looks at you. Now you need to roll a deception.
Shit.
Now you'll get an advantage. You'll get an advantage because you are disguised.
Oh, lock it up.
I believe.
Plus
Really do
2.
this time.
Oh,
Nat 20. Oh,
so
my
as you walk by, the drow looks at you and says, "You there?" And you turn. No, you just turn and you just do a salute. You do like the Roman salute. You just stick your arm over your chest and bow. The drow is just like turns around.
I'm basically just with a surprised face and it just immediate, just
Yeah, just
it's
bullshit
just
mode
like,
activate. You just think of something, and it seems convincing.
I'm like, oh, okay.
And, well, yeah, you don't let out the gasp yet, but you just kind of, after the thing turns away, you casually walk off and you slowly exhale.
Okay. Can I move close enough to at least just look inside the doorway?
So,
What I
let's
wanna
say,
do.
we'll put you about here. This should be far enough, especially since the thing's not looking at you. Give me a perception.
Hiya. That is a 11.
Alright, so with an 11, you can see inside the building. You just see a pair of dwarves standing over a cauldron with the imps standing there, giggling fiendishly. The drow guard is leaning up against the door frame, just looking in. He looks very bored. But from what you can tell, the dwarves are putting what you think are cooking, but they're putting in bodies into the cauldron.
What kind of bodies?
You don't want to know. With that particular roll, all you can tell is that they're putting what looks like a body into the cauldron.
Great. Okay. Patrol end over. Now I'm just basically turning around and heading towards the bridges. What I needed to know on that end.
So pick a path.
I'm gonna pick a path where I'm basically also being blocked by the rocks. Like, over there.
So give me another. Just give me a casual stealth check, just a simple one. You're just trying to make yourself, you're just trying to make yourself just ignored. Okay. Yeah, with that
23.
particular roll, the drow that was standing there holding another drow holding a staff, standing there, and you casually walk by. Don't draw any attention to yourself.
Just act like you belong. Act like you belong. Okay.
Yep. Now, let's say you get about, right about here, up to the edge of the lava.
Okay.
So,
I'd like to make a perception on the bridge and across it.
right? So, let's see what you
Simple.
see.
Perception, go. 9. Shit.
Well, from that particular roll, you can't really make out much because the haze of the lava is obscuring a lot. But from on the other side, you just hear the sound of cries of anguish, whipping, and the sound like picks digging into the earth. As for the bridge, again, the heat is the heat rising is obscuring your vision, and you can see that the dark stone of the bridge, there's a pair of drow guards. Now these two aren't as bored as the one across the way. They're a little bit more attentive, but you can also see that because of where they are, the heat is kind of messing with them, so they seem a bit off. One of them pulls out a water skin and takes a deep drink.
Okay, and let's see. Neither of them have a fire ring, unlike me, who is unaffected by this. Okay. I would like to at least, with a little bit of wide berth around the bridge, go to the next bridge over.
Right.
And
So let's say you get to about here. Now one of them is walking this way towards the barracks, and you brushed past him. He's like, "Hey, watch where you're going." Give me a deception.
is this with an advantage or without?
With advantage because you kind of brushed past him.
21.
So you walk by, you turn around, but as soon as you're about to make your little salute, he sees, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And he runs off. "It was my mistake. It was my mistake." Apparently, you're the guy that you knocked out had some sway.
I have power. I didn't know. I didn't know I was at.
You might have rank, because again, you didn't bother to examine the uniform, but again, he recognized something on your clothing, and it was like, "Oh, I shouldn't be fucking with this guy."
No, I remember Merden telling me to look angry, and I think I'm convinced that's actually what caused it.
Well, either way, something about it is just like, "Oh, I don't want to fuck with this guy. I'm sorry, sir," and he skulks off.
You know what you should do, Josh?
What?
You should go up behind that guy who's on the bridge and assert your dominance and kick him into the lava.
Okay.
Salute me.
Okay. Valmar basically is chaotic, but he's not evil.
It's not evil. They're slavers.
Exactly.
It's morally
they
just.
don't exist. They're not people.
And my character at least
I'd
has
argue
a
that
bit of
before
value,
this, but yeah.
a little bit of like a value, and he doesn't actually think about that. He's just more thinking, "Huh. I wonder if Karosh would kick this guy off the bridge.
It's hot, dude.
He would probably do it."
Topeka.
I walk over to the next bridge to the west and see if
And
there's
then
like.
Scream, "This is Pittsburgh."
It's always morally correct to kill them.
All
And I make-
So let's say you get to about here. So is this where you want to stop, or what? Where do you?
Yeah,
So what are you doing?
Let's see. How about I at least get on to the other side of the bridge, since it's clear there's no one here. I go across the bridge so I'm not obscured by the lava heat, and make one more perception roll.
All right, so let's put you here. That seems like a good distance. All right, so give me a perception.
21.
Very good. Now that you've crossed over that bridge, the heat to your back, you can see much more clearly. Now you walk up to an area where, of all things, you see mine carts. You see the little imps standing around, kicking and whipping dwarves as they're loading carts full of stones, gems, precious metals. At least what look like, just chunks of metal into the back of these carts. And as you can see, that one string of carts is being pushed off. A dwarf, 2 dwarves, and 2 imps are escorting. They're laughing and whipping as the dwarves slowly start to push the carts laden with material down, following the track. And you just stand there. Of course, the the slaves and the imps are slowly vanish around the bend.
Okay.
Now off to your left and right, you can see up against the walls more of the guards standing, both the imps being general dickholes and the drow overseer watching. You can see more slaves picking away at the earth. Now on the right side, you just see a couple of disheveled looking dwarves. Over on this side, you just kind of casually walk over. So let's put you. I can't really see it, but you can see more imps and more drow standing, just watching, and you can hear much more. Hang on, let's do that. You can hear the sound of picking at the earth, whipping, and just general sounds of work and toil.
So I'm basically marking that one down. Also marking down the number of guys we're facing versus the opposite side, over by the back buildings. And I am basically going to head back to the group. Just return to them and actually just, give them what I actually learned.
Alright. Alright.
Okay. So, I have basically confirmed the obvious thing, that we definitely have slavers having slaves mining stuff on the southern end across the lava bridges.
Okay.
That
Points
is-
of interest, armor, other creatures. What do we got?
They're definitely actually controlling a bunch of little tiny creatures that are winged demons or imps. They cackle, they laugh, and they like to whip people.
Okay.
Now,
What else?
the northeast has two buildings over there. One of them is a barracks that looks like it's just housing people, probably the slavers, I'm assuming. And in the other room, they were cooking, but they weren't cooking with normal food. It looked like they were cooking with bodies. For what purpose, I don't know. But there's far fewer elves over there that actually are. If we ever actually, fight over there, we have fewer people to actually fight over there compared to the mines. As there are a lot more miners over there, and there's also a lot more of the dark elf guys and the imps, basically just providing overwatch. Now, there's a smaller bridge that's closest to us that has nobody guarding it. So if we wanted to, we could definitely use that to cross.
What's on the other side?
The other side is basically where all the slavers or the dwarves are basically mining the blue and green minerals that we've been seeing, and then some kind of metal that I don't know what the metal is. Did I ever identify the metal, or could I?
No, not from there, because you were more interested in watching what the dwarves and the imps were doing.
Right.
Besides, metallurgy isn't really your forte, I would say.
Right. I'll make sure and bring the dwarf ask me that one next time. I'm curious. And also, it looks like my intimidation works as I'm pointing at the leather. One of the guys was basically terrified of me when I looked at him.
I wanted to examine both sets of armor and such to see what the differences are between them.
Give me a knowledge check, please.
Cool.
Or an investigate. We'll do investigate.
Sure, whatever. Oh, well, that's not great.
what was that be?
It's
like
only a
seven?
+1, so.
So on the 6.
Hmm.
Yeah, upon looking at the two armors, or the two uniforms that you can see, there's nothing really that much different that you can tell between the two. Did anybody else want to take a looky, Lou?
I basically look as he's looking at me. I
Sure.
look at it as well.
You said
I got a 14.
That's investigate.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody can beat that?
Let's see. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a 4.
What great rolls we're having.
So, upon closer inspection, especially since you're the one wearing it, on the, let's say, the right right shoulder, there's a difference between the knocked out guy that's still wearing his uniform and what you've got. On your shoulder, towards the base of the pauldron, is a dark red lip, and the metal studs that you've got are a much brighter. They look almost silver-ish, as against to the dull bronze that the guy's got.
Ooh. I got a silver medal versus his bronze. I must have beaten him in some kind of competition.
At the competition was how many people he can kick off a bridge.
Yeah,
Is
you
it?
were fucking lost.
All you had to say was "Welcome to Pittsburgh" and just yeet.
Also, while we're comparing, guys, should we slit their throats and let them bleed out over there?
I don't like witnesses.
All right, cool.
I'm
You want
surprised
one?
you guys didn't decide that when I walked away.
I mean, you started
A
walking
big-
away, you started doing the whole like thing about figuring out what was where and all that fun shit. So it's like, why interrupt that to just do this real quick?
Cool. So question, do we just go for like the neck or like Colombian necktie? What?
I literally stabbed both of them in the neck unconscious, nearly severing their heads.
All right, they're both dead.
Pull the tongue out
I was
the bottom
expecting it.
piece.
Okay, I was expecting you to
waste time.
grab. I was expecting you to grab the hammer and crush the skulls. That way they would never come back.
Well, it sounds like a really good day to start my collection of ears.
If you
Go
could-
for it. There's 4 right there.
Yeah, sure.
All right, now setting
Okay.
aside this grisly harvest,
So, yeah, setting aside. So, what do we do? What do we do now? As I'm ignoring the fact that he just stabbed 2 people in front of me.
We still have an opportunity to make 2 more masks.
No.
Have you ever
no,
heard of a movie called Inglorious Bastards?
No. I veto you. I veto you against that. I say that to Murden.
I mean, you can still totally try and wear the uniform.
Their heads on average are about 8 to 9 pounds. I'd be willing to carry both of them.
Are you going to carry the head and walk behind a wall and just, hey, how's it going? With both heads? Oh, you know, having a great time.
Wait a second. What if we had it above your head and just like a cloak?
Are we going to 3 kids in a trench coat this?
Oh no.
And just shake my head so that his mouth kind of flaps open when I talk.
No, you just don't talk. That part would be awful. As if the rest of this isn't horrible enough as it is.
Can we...
My
Can we,
God.
3 kids in a trench coat this?
Like that scene
with the
from Toy
uniform?
Story, but so much worse.
I have no words.
Well, look,
You broke our
one
dungeon
way or
master
another,
again.
something's happening here. We need to figure out what we're doing. Like, where are we
I'm
going?
basically
Now,
asking.
Are we
do we
dressing
walk-
up the dwarf
Oh.
and like putting the head on top of him, or what are we doing?
I don't know. That's why I came back to report on this, so that way we
Like
know.
3 kids in a trench coat this?
Do you really want that answer?
I mean, isn't that the question we're asking? Is this allowed to happen? Is this happening?
Oh God.
Dungeon Master.
I mean, because
I
I
don't
haven't-
want you to parade around with a grisly harvest, but again, like,
I literally go back,
Look, you're the dungeon
remove their heads
master.
entirely.
You have
hand
the right
one
to say
Murden,
no.
and be like, do what you have to do, and I put the other one in my backpack.
You had the right to say no. You're the dungeon master.
You do have the right to say no.
Put
That is
down on this
correct.
because again, you're supposed to be a cleric for Pete's sake.
That's right. He is a cleric.
Yeah.
do you
Drunken debauchery is one
Hold
thing.
on, hold
Walking
on.
around with dismembered living beings' heads is something a little different.
all right? First of all,
Just a
Sam Adams.
side note: they don't have an inventory item for severed heads, so I'm making one.
Sam Adams, who is my god,
It's an amazing.
absolutely hated the red coats. So
They're wearing black armor though.
it's red.
Red now.
Fuck the English. Wear their heads as a
No,
Disguise.
no grizzly totem.
mm.
Okay.
So
Let-
what are we doing?
So toss it back to Chris and say, "Hey, how about that mask?"
No skinning. Jesus Christ.
Okay, cool. What are we going to do in any way to try and disguise someone else so that we maybe have a chance? I mean, we can go with the usual dumb one of, "Hey, we caught this one, but no one's tying me up."
Look, I always known you, Murden. I'm afraid of actually tying you up. You and that look you always give. You know the look.
Character.
I believe I just added 2 severed heads to my fucking inventory.
You have 2.
I have 2 of them. That is correct. I have an idea of what I'm going to do with one of them.
No.
Is this basically a part of the plan?
There's a lot of things that are part of the plan. This just helps. Actually, though. Okay. Alright. So, what are we doing? It sounds like the best way for us to go would be to since you didn't see very many people in the barracks, it sounds like the better way to go currently would be to try to sneak into the barracks or over in that general direction, kill anyone inside, and move our way through and just try to stealthily take out as much as possible until we inevitably get caught because, you know, some of us are clunkier than others.
All right, I guess.
Listen, I was trying to 3 kids in an overcoat this.
You still can.
I'm just now wondering, I bet you'd probably need a disguise kit at the very least for that.
Please
So,
check my
is
inventory
anyone
to see
going
what
to wear
tools I
their
have.
armor?
I mean, why would you want to wear the armor?
So we can try and walk up to as many people
I
as we
have
can
horns,
and then
so
ambush
that's not
them.
going to be a fucking thing.
Yeah.
You have quite a few horns.
I have a set of carpenter's tools, so I do have several things that are sharp enough for crafting certain softer bits, and I'm pretty sure flesh would count with that.
But carpentry?
Yeah.
Listen, it's a bone saw, it's a wood saw, who can tell?
Like, nobody
Carpenters
asked questions,
can.
So, yes.
Okay. No grizzly harvesting. What are we doing?
Like, come on, I haven't
about
even
we
actually
basically-
tried to
Is there
grizzly
any
harvest.
way that we can disguise anyone else?
Alright, come on. Alright, so what are we doing? Or
Yeah.
are we sneaking around? Are we going across the bridge?
Going to try
What are
and
we
doing?
sneak around and... The only thing I'm
We can
concerned about the barracks is usually the barracks is where they're set up and where the higher level people will be.
But if we go ahead and try to take out who is in the barracks now, they may be caught off guard.
Yes, I'm just saying.
So it'll take them a moment to get themselves assembled. They may not be together, however, some of them even may be sleeping. So we may be able to deal with the ones that are awake and possibly trying to attack us while still simultaneously dealing with the ones who are waking up from the commotion.
And there'll be more. But there might be more dwarves in there that we could save. we could definitely get people. Or if we actually want to fight the guys over in the mining fields.
Yeah, 'cause the dwarves. None of the dwarves that you saw were armed, right?
As far as I can tell, no.
There
Is that-
are a couple of weapons around once we start killing the people that are oppressing them.
Right. Yeah, and that is correct, right, Russ? I didn't see any. They were
Yeah,
all
no,
unarmed.
They were all, except for some really crude mining tools. They're just wearing tatters.
Right. So if we
Oh.
actually kill a few, take control of the storage, all the weapons, now the dwarves will basically be ready to be armed.
An armed mob is definitely better than a unarmed mob. So no objections to heading towards the barrack-esque area.
Yeah, let's
Nope.
go for it.
Okay. Okay,
Cool.
so how
I'm
we...
literally just walking already.
wait, do you want to
Sneaking
just...
my way along
If you're
along
gonna
the
run
furthest
out like-
edge possible.
All right. Well, if you're gonna go that far, that's fine. I think you're far enough away.
You got to tell me. I'm just gonna like
goose is
spurter every
following.
couple of
No,
feet.
you're
and
far
you-
enough away where they really shouldn't be able to see you.
I'm gonna actually, while I still have to disguise, head back inside and probably head somewhere like into the barracks for the ambush. I just tell George, all right, follow the others, George, and
Animal handling.
look after Hank. That. What is
I look at
that
George
is
and just
11.
click my tongue.
That is an 11.
That is also an 11.
George is gonna go along with it. He's just kind of meekishly following the goose.
Yep, the goose just with a single honk just follow suit. I guess I'll basically head on over and
Remember, the lava is still tray hot, so unless you have fire resistances, you might not want to be right on top of that.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Bonk.
are you just gonna be right there, Shirai?
Actually, yeah, probably.
You don't want to come over here and do some fun things?
Actually, no, probably
Where's
that
Shirai?
might be a good.
Uriah, you're gonna need to give me a stealth check.
All right.
Oh my god, yeah, there you are. Jesus.
I mean, is Shirai successfully?
Oh, no.
It's great.
Oh dear.
So while everyone's sneaking up, the imps turn around and you hear them making like a weird like barking noise, and they're moving towards they're moving towards Shirai. Now what do you do?
I cast darkness on myself.
No, hang on. I'm basically in front on. Like I'm basically right there. Just like, hey, what are you doing? Get back over there. Get back over there. And
Give me an intimidation advantage. There we go.
That's consistency.
Yeah, so you let out a bark, but then the thing's just like and they scurry away. Now,
man, I'm getting really good at this intimidation thing. Okay, so I basically I continue on to the barracks.
all right.
I'm guessing
so-
everyone else is being stealthy.
Well, as long as they keep a wide enough berth, then yes. Now,
I am. So, you're there. That's fantastic. What is this? What is this wall I'm next to made of?
give me a perception, please.
Fuck.
Can I try and
from
figure
that
out the same thing?
All right.
I see wall.
You'll get an advantage because you're a dwarf.
Ignore it. Wouldn't let me pick up the second one. Wow.
Oh,
So you
that
can
plus
you don't
what
know
is
what kind of stone it is, but you run your hand along the side of it. It is a dark. It's almost like a pitch black stone. It's very smooth.
So, do I know that this is some incredibly heat tolerant rock or what?
From that particular roll,
No, you have
it
no
looks
idea.
too. It looks too. What was it? With that particular roll, you can just tell it's a jet black, smooth stone that's
right.
warm. I mean, it feels about room temperature, considering you're in a room full of lava.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So George is still doing a thing. He's just sort of wandering, and
I mean, he's
he doing?
basically just
where is he? He's still chilling there. What's he doing?
he was basically following the goose. The
Okay.
goose is waddling
I
up.
don't know who's in the barracks right now. So I guess what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to slowly creep towards the front of this.
Give me a stealth check before you move the way up.
Yep. Yeah. I don't like that imp.
That was a perfect stop too.
It stopped it dead, and it's only a 5.
Yeah. So with that particular roll, you'll move about here. Now, what sets things off is George kind of forgets what he's doing, and he's just over here by the stone pillar. Now, because of that, it causes a bit of a ruckus. We've got a beast loose in the camp! Hear one of them scream out, and the other ones are like, what? A beast? Wrong emote, but whatever.
Oh shoot, George.
The imps turn around, and they're just like, they're kind of freaked out, and you see one of the stave wielding ones do my bidding, fools, and they're looking at each other, and the staff wielding one points its staff at the nearest creature, and a bolt of dark energy flies out, and the creature just vanishes. The others, having seen this, are like, ah, and they charge towards George.
So the staff is important.
Now, when that goes off, the first thing that this dwarf does is he tries to tend to the wounded one. As the imp run forward, they see Chris and are like, and now we have combat. So, roll initiative, bitches.
I don't like this die anymore.
It's fine. You rolled number 1.
Fuck you, I'm dead last. I'm literally dead last no matter how bad they start rolling. With
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, you're dead last. Not anymore. Now
Because of
someone gets
that-
to not be dead last.
Hang on. Because of that particularly bad roll. Let's see, where were you? We were about here.
Yeah, right in front of it.
Yeah, so as you're just like, hey, what's going on over there? And your mask falls off. It's like, wait, who are you?
Uh-oh.
So let's do this. So it was what?
Skin mask would help.
I don't think the
So-
skin. I don't
So,
want
dumb
the skin
question, what,
mask.
the wizard just sitting there fucking taking selfies or some shit again, or what?
I just pulled him off the board. I don't know where he is, so we're not going to worry about it.
Mm.
Let's see.
You know,
Let's do-
usual wizard stuff.
Okay. This one. Okay. This one.
Please be a 1. Damn.
Okay. Imps. Okay.
We're not alone.
So what we'll
Perfect.
do here is it's going to be so Dakota. Then it was this Drow. That Bank. All right, top of the order.
I am really
Okay,
hoping to beat
so
Fireball
that
right now.
dwarf over there is actually prone, correct?
Yeah, the one is prone and hurt. The other one that was being beaten had rushed over and is trying to is checking on their friend.
Cool.
I am certainly worried about Dome.
Fireball.
There's still a dwarf on the ground.
That's nice.
As
All
long
right.
as you don't kill too many of them, we can still convince them we're the good guys.
Can you, Shirai, can you possibly bring that slightly closer to you?
Slightly closer to me,
Here, hold on,
perhaps.
let me see. Hold on. So right about here. And no, that's still a little bit. So I'm thinking half a tile down from where I just hit the dip.
Like,
Yeah, so something like there.
I'd say you'd have to land it in the center of this tile here.
Yeah, that should work.
We're certainly doing all the calculations to figure out, well, how big can we make the blast to kill our enemies but not our friends.
Because remember, you're aiming for a tile, so be aiming towards the center of it.
And also that makes me wonder, if you're going to use Fireball, would the imps be immune or be resistant?
He's unconscious, so. And remember, they've been brutalized, so I would imagine they're also not doing so
I
much.
said the imps.
Oh no, I couldn't find a lesser demon. These are just proxy creatures.
So they wouldn't be immune to fire.
I mean, they're
Not
used to warm
necessarily.
temperatures,
You
but
could
when
just
you
take them both
literally
out.
set them on fire.
I mean,
It's like, is a Texan immune to napalm?
Well, I mean, actually, hang on.
No.
He's just sitting next to Fred like, you're gonna be okay, foof.
I'm
What
sorry,
about-
you're looking
No,
like an
hang on.
after
What about-
report, my friend.
What about these guys over here?
It's so close. It's so close. He's just gonna
No,
watch his friend just disintegrate into nothing.
Wait, guys. What about over by the drow? Can't you go after them?
Those would actually be a more viable target. Actually, these imps are probably going to be annoying. But
Yeah,
the magic
weird
using
drow.
drow would probably be a better target. Actually,
Yeah, you can get all three of them.
although they might also might also pass the Constitution save. It's entirely possible.
Well, wouldn't they still take half damage from the explosion?
They'll take damage from the
Yeah,
heat.
they take
damage.
they'll take
Um,
half.
Yeah. But if they don't survive, then poof. So, I mean, if they don't pass it, then poof, yeah.
No, you're right, let's hit them.
Yeah, that would make more sense. These imps are going to be... Like, I could probably accidentally kill them, honestly.
I love how I have just become like the designated Team J down.
We
Alright.
just, it's just
called
you
a
need
thousand.
you need to be convinced where the target is.
Alright, so I need to roll 3 dexterity saves.
Yep,
So let's
Is it
do
dexterity or constitution?
it's Dex.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do
Yeah.
they have
Oh,
to
that's
beat?
not gonna...
Beat 15.
Okay. First one. Okay, second one. Oh boy. Third one. Huh.
Huh.
Okay, well, this caster gets the full. This dude gets the full, but unfortunately the one right here gets half.
Okay.
Okay, so, cool.
No cutscene for that one. I just basically see a fireball just erupt right next to the guy.
Hey, your mask! Bonk!
So how many dice is it again?
It's 8d6. And I
No,
can
wait, hold on. No, I
plus.
fucked it up. Both of the casters get the full Monty. The warrior, he gets half.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
sorry.
say, it
'Cause
looked like they failed.
looking. Yeah, so yeah, these two idiots failed. This one, he's surprisingly, sneaky. Ugh.
He got the end of the fireball. Like he was the furthest one.
It's 8d6 for the two of them, and then
Half of that.
4d6 plus 4 for the other one.
Is it really?
So here, why don't you
Have an
roll?
affinity to fire.
Yeah. So why don't you roll this? Because what? The two idiots are going to take the same amount of damage. So I guess roll those. What was it D6s or I thought it was DH?
It's nope, 8d6s.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Make them fly.
Fuck.
Is that 34 plus 4, or is that only on the one with disadvantage?
It's just for the one that's actually going to. I can only add the 4 to one of the damage rolls.
Ah.
Okay. So these two got that. All right. Roll the damage roll for the extra guy.
Nope, not 5.
$13.
Yep.
All right.
There's so many dice in that corner.
That guy got hit by dice.
Oh my god, there's so many 6s. I'm just looking at it now.
Now that's
Okay.
what you call a damage roll.
Yeah, seriously.
There you go.
All right. So, fucking out of nowhere, it's just kerblamo. So, anything else you want to do?
I believe that's all I can do for now, other than
The explosion
move.
caused anything that happened in the cavern that we're in.
No. It's much more stable down here.
No bonus actions you could use?
No, I don't believe so. Actions.
No witty one-liners?
I mean, actually,
I mean, now hang
Hold
on. Do you have one, Murden?
Oh, hell no. I'm not the one that did the badass thing. I don't need to come up with the one-liner.
You don't need to come up with one because you can't do any badass one-liner things?
Do you want me to encourage you again?
I feel like that speaks for itself.
All right. So just out of nowhere, just a fucking explosion envelops the 3 drow here, and the 2 casters come falling out of it, just really badly hurt, where the guard on the back end was far enough from the center of the blast to get hurt, but not like ouch hurt. So this one's yells out, "We're under attack! We're under attack!" and starts running towards the bridge.
The spellcaster starts running?
That's
Yeah.
what it does. Trying to raise the alarm.
We
Okay.
should stop them.
I
Yep.
know. If only if someone had a high initiative.
If only someone had a high initiative. That is very correct. Like, I could stop this if I had initiative, but I can't. This is bullshit.
Oh, shit. Damn it, game. Ooh. If I sprint, I then lose my attack, right?
Correct.
Fuck.
Okay.
Hold on, is there anything... Fuck it, let me try Guiding Bolt on the one that's running.
All right.
And
So
That, and then...
wait, no, guiding bolt. I believe I have to roll on this one actually.
yeah, I think that one is you have to.
Yeah, on a hit. Hmm.
5, that's...
Yeah, true. All right, screw it. That plus 7.
That hits. Good shit. So how much damage do you do?
So I'll do the 4d6 because I didn't call it so first level.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, that was more than enough to overpower it. So the caster is running away. We're under attack, and you just see a magical bolt, punch through it, and falls over dead. Now, because of that, one of the imps just poof.
Oh.
So being their nightmare makes them go away.
No, they're summoned. You just killed the summoner.
Yep.
Hey, if we are terrifying enough, they just go away. Or it might be something to do with the killing. I say we kill them all just to find out.
I mean, that works, Modin.
Cool.
All right,
Now do
second
the killing.
spellcaster, just like you see this one. Let's see. This one starts to again run towards the. Well, you see it wave its hands about itself, and you see like a magical aura appear around it, and it starts running for the bridge. All right.
Ah, shit.
The warrior is just like, we're under attack. Now he runs, instead of running away, he runs forward. Now he runs over here and he alerts that you see him alert these guys, and they're like, huh? So these are going to be added to. Let me see how this guy rolls. Oh yeah, so he's getting added next rotation. And oh yeah, same thing with these little turds. Okay. Alright. Kalrash.
Yay, I can do something. What's left to kill?
Well, one of them is running away, trying to alert the others. The one has alerted the two that are outside, that are right there.
Okay, so they are split off. One's over this way. And one's over this way. Okay. Shit. They are split a little too far. That's fine. I don't want to do that. Okay. You know what? Screw it. I am going to move a certain distance here. Where's my thing? Here's my thing. Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So it would be 1. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Out there, I'm gonna run my ass.
So as you run past, the
I'll
imp
take-
is gonna take a
take
whack at you.
Whatever it is, I'll take it. I don't care.